Hi, my name is Kimberly, and I'm a state employee. I've been a public sector worker for 20 years, and I've been working as a probation officer for 18 years. And I've been concerned that for the past 4 years, we've had drastic changes that have made me rethink my job security. That our pension has changed. When I started out with this job up until the last 4 years, I never had to contribute to my pension. Now I have to pay 3%. And that's taken a big toll on me, especially since I'm a single mother and I have to support my family. We've never had to pay for our pension before. And what's concerned me is that we haven't had a raise in 6 years, so now it's like they're taking away from us.
We need your help. Public service employees all over the country are under attack. They're under attack through no fault of their own. These are working class people who do the right things, who we ask them to be productive citizens in our society, go to work every day and try to feed their families. And we've made the fiscal burden of our country and our state and our city the problem of the people that work every day that are doing the right things. These people are not committing crimes. These people are not doing anything that's against the law. We need your help. We need you to tell these conservative idealists that they're wrong. They're wrong. These people are the people that we represent in our community. They're taxpayers, they're parents, they're teachers, they're firefighters, they're doctors and nurses, and we ask these people to jump in windows and save people. We ask these people to be the cradle of what we need in our classrooms, and that's what they do every single day. So we need your help. We're going to ask you to stand with us because we are right. We are right in this fight, and we will not sit down, we will not sit out, because what we're doing is about American democracy. Thank you.
There's been a lot of discussion lately about Obamacare and basically pushing us to grab HMOs and to pay for our health insurance. Me personally, being a single mother, I was actually grateful that I was able to get Medicaid, being unable to purchase Obamacare. But recently in my journeys, there has been prescriptions or doctor's appointments that the Medicaid isn't covering right now at the moment, which is what, in their words, in their aspects, is trying to convert everybody to purchase Obamacare HMOs so that way everything is covered. This actually really devastates me as being a single mother and a citizen of the United States. One example of them is Charlene Dill out of North Florida, where she was working three jobs, had children to raise as well, being a single mother like myself, and she had massive heart problems that were left untreated because she didn't have the financial resources, and Florida denied the expanded Medicaid for herself, just like many other citizens in the state. She unfortunately did pass away with her heart problems from her heart conditions that were predisposed even before the Obamacare and the Medicaid. And in my opinion, all of this tragedy could have been avoided had the expanded Medicaid been given to her or granted to her through Florida's Medicaid or even through Obamacare.
Personally, from my own experience, Governor Rick Scott has impeded my own father from getting health care. My father was fully insured before, and now he is unable to get health care because Rick Scott and his policies will not allow him to do so. They actually just canceled. He had a catastrophic insurance plan, which was actually canceled due to the governor's policy yesterday, and they said that they cannot reinstate it. At the same time, my father is almost 60 years old and I'm 24 years old. I'm unable to get insurance of any kind due to Governor Scott's policies right now. If I do get insurance, it would be incredibly high and I couldn't afford it.
All right, whenever you want.
All right, yeah, so one of the situations that we're dealing with in our country especially is the fact that we have the #1 highest healthcare cost in the world. Healthcare cost, #1. Yet our healthcare services and the outcome of our patients is around 40-something. That's a huge, dramatic gap. It's huge. And now you have these schools that need to pay these very, very high healthcare costs. And what do they need to do? They need to take money and dip into where? The education fund. So now we're losing education money, which is really where the money needs to be going. And that's being pulled out to pay for the highest healthcare cost, which has around the #40th healthcare service. To me, that's an imbalance that is just beyond preposterous.
All right, I guess we're going to be rained out.
Wow.
I went to school at Miami International University of Art and Design. During this time, I was given grants by the government, but it was never enough. So I was always paying money to go to school while I was there. I finished about a year at that school, and now the bottom line is I'm $100,000 in debt, while I witness other countries around the world make school and universities completely free for their students.
Over the past 4 years, the trend has been to cut back state employees. The trend has been to not give raises to state employees, and that doesn't benefit Florida citizens. As residents of the state of Florida, we should expect from our government to have good services, to be able to contact our local officials, our government, and to be able to get things accomplished. And when we take away from our workforce, those things cannot occur. If we don't continue and we don't start to give employees raises, we're not going to have a good applicant pool. Therefore, we're not going to get qualified personnel to come and work for the state. And that's a big concern as well. As residents, we all pay taxes. We should expect good services, we should expect quality services, and we should be able to call and speak with someone when we have concerns and be able to get things done. Those things may not occur because over the past 4 years we've continued with budget cuts, doing more with less, and not being able to live up to our potential as officers or as public service employees to do the best that we can do.
Rick Scott decided to take a lot of money for education and use it for corporations to bail out on their taxes. I don't know about you, but I think education is a benefit that we should all invest in early on and it shouldn't be a secondary to corporation.
Additionally, I have some concerns about the privatization of the prisons and possibly corrections in the future and now, and that has not necessarily been a benefit for any of us. We've been told that it's about money and it saves money, but I'm not so sure. As a probation officer, I've seen our services dwindled away. I've seen my staff, other officers we don't hire, and it's created a concern for me that it's become harder and harder to do our job. And it's been a very frustrating 4 years. But you know what I was telling someone? Okay, so Rick Scott brings Amazon into Florida, right? Well, who's paying? The middle class, the working class. Anybody who buys from Amazon now has to pay taxes on it. Not that I'm so opposed to paying taxes, but Amazon's getting these huge tax breaks and they're making it up off the backs of workers who now have to pay more and more money. Now we're paying additional sales tax.
We're here for the kids. We want to make sure that education remains public, that we have the best education that we can provide for our kids. We always knew we weren't going to get rich as teachers, but we never thought we'd get slapped in the face. And to keep telling us to do more with less is not really an option. We need to be able to fund education the way it should be funded so that we can provide for our students. And to keep cutting education is not the way to go.
My name is Mariko Rujedo and I'm a teacher here in Florida, and we need everyone's help. We need the people to help us stop the attacks on education. They keep cutting our funds and they keep attacking our teachers, and we are the ones that really, really care about education, so please help us out.
I think what he's trying to do is cut corporate tax. I don't think that Medicaid and pensions is the way to go. Corporate tax, we're the lowest paid in the state, is going to be taking the brunt of the tax base here. Corporate taxes, we want to, we want corporations to come to the state of Florida. Of course we do. But they have to pay their piece of the pie too. Corporate tax has to stay in place. If we take it from corporate tax, it has to come out some other place. Where is it going to come from? The schools, policemen, firefighters? It doesn't make sense.
For me, our biggest concern is to elect a governor that takes the interests of the people, whether it's health insurance or Medicaid or Social Security or aid to children, aid to families with dependent children, social services. We need to keep these people in mind, and we need to keep our residents in mind. We need to think about a governor who's going to look out for all the people and not just some of the people, not just the wealthy people in the state of Florida, but the people who work, the people who only make $30,000 or $40,000 a year and may need assistance. We need to think about all those people.